Check that out. And this is on a low charge. That's not even fully charged. Very low charge. And these things are just dynamite. All right, welcome back to DeLorean Rental, your #1 destination when looking to rent a DeLorean Time Machine for your next party or event. Head on over to DeloreanRental.com, get a quote today. As I've mentioned before, we've got over 80 cars throughout the country from Los Angeles to New York and a lot of places in between. So 2025 is here. We're getting booked up for a lot of events for this year, so if you'd like to get a car for your event or party, hit us up. Got a fun episode today. So many of you have seen these throughout the years, the Nike Air Mags. I've got 2 pairs of these, so this pair though, which is in this box, which never get worn, and I've got another pair that I actually do wear to events, expos, stuff like that, when we're around the car, more of an indoor setting, but it's always a fun thing. So first and foremost, these are replicas. These are the authentic replicas that were made. These are what's more affectionately known as the V3.1s. Original Nike Air Mags came out in 2011. Now they're going for anywhere from, I think, $30,000, $40,000 and upwards of $100,000. So these are not the very, very, very expensive ones, but these are what are known as authentic replicas. So these are almost identical in a lot of ways to the real ones. So I absolutely love these things. They're so well made, and you really just, unless you're a sneakerhead or unless you know the difference between these and the actual screen you was, or not the screen used one, but the one in 2011. So they made 1,500 pairs in 2011 for the Michael J. Fox Foundation, which they auctioned off. I think those went for anywhere from $7,500 to $15,000. And again, 1,500 pairs that they auctioned off. So if you've got that kind of money, great. Now they're, as I mentioned, on upwards of $30,000 to $100,000. These are identical replicas, and by that I mean they've come a long way from when they first came out, replicas, like version 1 to now. I think they're on version 4 or 5 now, maybe 4. These are the V3.1s, so they have more of the, these are about as close as you can get really to these screen used ones. Now you'll notice these are a little cloudy here, just a hair cloudy. That's a giveaway as to what's a replica versus an authentic, and the actual material. The material on these isn't as smooth. You'll see the lines going through here. The authentic ones do have lines, but they're a lot more smooth than that. And my version actually is good. My Nike, some of them you'll see down like where there will be ripples in the Nike. Mine are very smooth, which is good. And again, this pair has never been worn before. And they all have an insert that comes in them. And then there's the button. The button's actually right here. And they light up just like that. And I'll turn the lights off and let you guys get a good view of them. But they do really, I mean, these shoes really are, the Nike in the front lights up. And they're just elastic. So in 2016, they came out with the self-lacing shoes. They've got authentic replicas of those as well. I don't own a pair of those. I probably will maybe one day. But yeah, you basically just slip these on. I mean, they're elastic. They slip right on. They're very, very lightweight. These things are so light. It's crazy how light they are. So obviously you get your shoes, and just like the real ones, you do get this. It's kind of like a poster, and that's supposed to be your authentication number. All replicas kind of have this the same number, I've come to find. And it's also on your Oregon license plate. So if you know anything about Nike, they're in Oregon. So that was kind of like a nice touch that they did for the actual not screen used, but the actual ones that came out in 2011. So again, they've replicated these to make it look exactly, and then your charger. So real ones, the foam is much thicker, the charger is different, and again, material. The Nike mag is just a hair different. The triangle cutout is a little bit bigger, plus the length is a little bit bigger on the actual ones from 2011, the authentic Nike Air Mags. Again, just very, very subtle differences. Like you really wouldn't know. I actually see these pop up on eBay all the time, where unfortunately I think eBay has authenticated them and they're fakes. I mean, you can call them what you want. They're replicas, authentic replicas. So I absolutely love them. I'm not going to link where you can get these. You can do your own due diligence. You can go out on the interwebs. You can Google where to find, Nike Air Mag V3.1 replicas. I do not condone it. I do not. I'm not an advocate for you going and doing that, but I do have 2 pairs of my own. These which stay in here, which I'll probably will put in like a nice little acrylic box somewhere, so you can see them and display them. But they're awesome. I mean, for the money, you won't find a better pair as close to the authentics as these. These things really are just as good as it gets in this box. I mean, this box is almost identical. It's super heavy. It's almost identical to the actual one that it came as well. So here I am dropping things per usual. But yeah, these things, I love them. Like I said, I don't wear them often. I'll wear them a couple times a year to events that we have, corporate clients or something indoors that we have going on. So let's turn out the lights, give you guys a really cool view of them. Check that out. And this is on a low charge. That's not even fully charged. Very low charge. And these things are just dynamite. I mean, as perfect as you can get, or as close as you can get to the actual authentic ones that were released in 2011. They're just spectacular. Anytime I have them on, or I even have friends over and let them see them, they were like, oh, these are the ones from the movies. Like, these are the actual real ones that were. No, these aren't the $40,000 or $100,000 ones that were released. They are what I'll call authentic replicas in every sense of the imagination. They use the actual blueprints, the actual designs from the real shoes. Also, a funny story, Whistle and Diesel, if anybody is ever familiar with Whistle and Diesel, the YouTuber, I'll link up top to his video. He actually took a real pair of Nike Air Mags that he paid $35,000 for, and he destroyed them. He ran them over, he put them in cement, he played basketball in them, he did all kinds of stuff. So if you haven't seen that video, I'll link to it in the description and up top, so you guys can take a look at that video, which is just, it's hard to watch, but again, it's pretty interesting to see what somebody did to them. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. These things are amazing. I love them. I'll continue to certainly own them, display them, and wear them at certain indoor events, my other pair that I have. So let me know in the comments if you own any pairs of these. I know Halloween Costumes, they have a cheaper version, like a $100 version, which aren't near as good as this. But again, for the price point, I think the Halloween Costume ones are good. They don't have the Nike swoosh, which you can always add on. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys own any of these, and what you think of them. Would you own a pair? If you're a big Back to the Future fan, do you think they're worth owning? Again, it depends where you can find these. I think you can find these nowadays for anywhere from $300 to $500, so pretty good price point for what you get. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next episode.